Desktop audio. Good. I just went live.
Cool.
All right. So let's see here. I'm gonna pull up.
This.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up some documents real quick on the other monitor. I'm just sharing a Sprite. You said you want to work on splitting the gold so it's not like one constant total, like you have a separate total for how much you've made during the day.
Right. I feel like it's for moment to moment gameplay, you should know your current total for that day, so what's at stake, right?
Oh, Rob is here in person today. Rob, do you want to just wave, stick your hand out?
Hello.
Okay, this is Rob, guys. Little in-person meeting. Started a little later than we wanted to. That Raising Cane slapped though.
True.
All right. So first on the docket.
You put up the full list as well, because
There's a lot to do. It's just which one are we going to tackle first?
you have to do pulled up as well.
Yeah, I got that right here.
So I made mine just check so I can check it off as I go. I think I formatted your part two just make it the same. But I didn't make it like checks. But yeah.
I would say yours is nicer, really, but I just where it's just a to-do list, I don't really care.
That's like the check boxes are easier, just like done, click.
Yeah, I'm just gonna erase mine when they're gone. That's what I've been
I
doing.
erased once from last time. I just
I gotcha. Yeah, if we were to start over from the beginning, like a new project, I would probably do a checkbox thing and then not delete it. Like it would, so I could keep like a static
Forever.
list of all the things I've worked on.
Our Git has that basically, and I don't know if you saw. I put like a release saying like internally. You should look at my screen. Don't bring my screen up, but because let's see.
I'm gonna turn the gain up a little bit so they can hear you better.
Cool.
Because you were like in the green. I don't know if they can hear you or not. Jordan said Nezzy looks dead. Let's get a cat cam real quick. Cat cam. Cat cam. Do a little digital zoom here. There's our boy. Nezzy is not dead, I promise. He just looks dead. There's a difference. Back to the regular cam. Oh my god, it's still so zoomed in. Oh, jeez. Cool. Awesome. You said sure. Hold on. He's just asleep. Do you see how he's laying though, Rob?
Yeah.
Like, do your cats sleep like that?
Sometimes, probably.
Like he's just laying flat on his back, belly up, like 3 feet long. Okay.
Current my screen here, like physically. Keeping like a log here.
I'll pull up.
Don't put it up on stream.
Oh, don't put it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because basically it's just like what I've drafted of like for each like release, whatever.
Mhm.
So that's like everything so far. This is the draft. Like everything I've checked off, I've added to the list here to show internally for like its internal release.
Well, that's cool.
So I did the same thing for the 0.2 we did on it.
I didn't know you were making those.
So those are all on the Git. But that's where we go and start formatting and stuff. So post release, if we do more updates, we can do the same kind of format of it publicly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, back to do.
I think I'm gonna show the chat box. That should be fine. Don't say anything weird. Anybody who comes in here, please don't say anything weird. All right, cool, awesome. Do you want to take a look at that main menu thing first, or do you want to do?
We can.
Okay. We already added the animated torch. I'm gonna erase that, and then we did this one as well. Well, I had two things on my list that I hadn't marked off.
You don't need the you don't need a large version of Sprite either, do we? You don't even need that Sprite part.
No, we don't. And I also uploaded those two videos that were in here.
So you do have the title screen art to wrap up. I know you're most of the way there on that, at least for a next draft, right? You know.
Yeah. There's definitely going to be more.
Version in soon. I know you were in the middle of it, man. It was tedious because of it being 4 million rocks on the ground. But
yeah, there's 4 million rocks on the ground. Let's go in and open that up. There we go. This is super tedious. Like, dumb tedious.
Yeah. We just need to be like, again, as long as it looks pretty good, like, you know, at a distance, like zoomed out a bit. Like, you know, but again, we're scaling up to a point where 1 pixel can make a difference, like, for sure.
Yeah, I think what I've found looks better is if I make these look a tiny bit bigger. Where I was doing like 1 pixel, like I don't think
a little wider than that.
This doesn't look
looks better.
This like right here doesn't look that good.
Doesn't.
But then if you like come over here,
double thick looks great.
Like these look really good, I think. And this crack here is fine, but maybe it like permeates in between the layers a little more. Oh, Jordan, we have 6 people confirmed for Saturday, by the way. So that should be a lot of fun.
There's a title screen thing. There's also some UI stuff for the end screen that needs another design pass. Honestly, from the whole thing, honestly, because the end screen we definitely was like one of the very last things we like got in there for the jam build, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that last night we were like, oh, we need to do the end screen. But
yeah, that was
2 minutes ago. So that was honestly slapped together and honestly the fastest way possible, right?
Yeah.
So it's more. We're gonna add some animations to it and stuff too. Like so we'll have like the gold like where they tick down, but the main one tick up to show like the draining like going into your bank. Have like, coins going like into like a bag or something. That's my idea for that. Like the bank icon should be like a bag of gold. Maybe that's something to add to the list of assets to get made or whatever. I like to have like a bag of coins that looks like we could like dump coins into it, like animation. Like, oh, you're getting coins or pouring into this bag as your bank account gets filled from your daily earnings or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That would look good. So the opposite, it's like instead of like coins splashing out like they do when you just get them, and they will do like kind of opposite, going into like a bag or whatever we want to put it in, I guess.
Yeah, and I can work on that next. I was just touching up some stuff on here. Do you so when do you want to do that main menu thing? Like, should I start that the bag you're talking about? I can go on and like.
It's up to you.
I can whip that up pretty quick.
I mean, if you want to start on like the guard thing, we can. It's up to you.
Do you want like a like the cartoon like money sign on it, or
Probably
probably
not.
not.
I'm not sure like how the best way to make it look. It's either a bag of gold or a chest, like an open chest with gold in it. One of the two as the icon for that. Like ideally, like the same resolution as the big coin, maybe double the resolution of the big coin, possibly at most. Like the big coin's what 32 by no 16 by 16, isn't it? It is small.
It is 16 by 16.
I think yeah, it is.
So for a chest, maybe like I mean, it could be like 32 by 16.
Like ideally, I think something the same size would be ideal, just so it fits on the menu the same way.
Well, we
But
could do a 32 by 32 and a 16 by 16.
true,
Like how we have a 16 by 16 coin and then an
yeah,
8 by 8 coin.
for sure.
We could have two versions, but just sized up one. So 16 by 16 and 32 by 32.
Right, because we use a small one in the scene, in the actual game scene, to show your bank amount in the corner or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Then the bigger one on the
And the bigger one on the end screen.
yeah, that'd be the idea.
And also on the title. The title screen could show your total gold for your run.
For like the last run.
Maybe like if you hit, or like on like the save or something, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe you could see like, oh, I had like 800 gold on this save.
we could show do like half score or like that or whatever, half score and like your best run, last run kind of thing. Maybe you
Mm.
can track that too. But yeah, your some of the gold won't carry over between everything else. We'd have something else for that for the carryover currency, but we haven't named. We know we're doing that. We just haven't named it yet.
Mm.
I also think right now our best bet for like indicating in the game thing for like what our current target is for like giving a drink to somebody or getting a drink or getting an ingredient.
Mm-hmm.
We should probably just I use the existing bubbles probably put one over the player's head that appears only when you hear something and shows like the little blurb of what it gets you in it. It's like you're in front of the mushrooms, you have the little mushroom bubble over your head and show like, oh, this gets you a mushroom. Most people like that more or less than like highlighting the thing. That's easier than highlighting things. It's already there, code wise and asset wise, right?
I mean, I don't like. I'm really getting into like the art side of this, so I don't mind having more assets to draw up because I'm like actually starting to find it fun, which is super cool.
It is. Oh, I VSync off on this computer. I'm getting like 300 frames per second in the game for no reason.
That doesn't look right. Okay, let's save this, and I'm gonna start on a bag. Or no, chest. We're doing a chest. I'm gonna do this. Probably the big one first. No, I'm gonna do the small one first. I think it'd be easier to like limit myself a little bit more and then add detail rather than have to subtract detail. This is not the color palette I want, dude. What? We're using the 32, not the 16. There we go, cool. All right. You just want like classic, like medieval chess game thing?
I would think so. It's an open chest, like with some gold and maybe you could put like some like a little ruby or a couple of gems in there or something too if you want it to and have room for it. The
Do you
small
want-
one will have room for that.
You want it to be like opened or closed? Let's get some ideas going here. Like pixel.
I like that big pile of cash on the right there, but it's obviously excessive. But like, it'd be funny though. I think that an excessive, like, it should be excessive. It's where it's your reward at the end of the day of showing your money you pound into your big pile of money, right?
You could have like two different icons. Like if you have like a ton of gold, maybe it switches to the one that's full of gold.
I think the ideal world would be like faster, right?
Oh yeah, like
The ideal
the
world would be
small amount and the yeah.
like incrementing things. Like games do that pretty often too. Like I feel like mobile games probably do that. I don't play many mobile games, but
I
like
like something like this, like fairly simple
yeah,
and
I like the open version for like.
I
So
guess yeah.
what if we had it animated, just like 4 frames, something like that, something simple, like open closed, and then on
Like
the end
it
screen you can
opens,
pop open, the money
the
can pour
gold
in,
comes down and then it
closes,
closes.
and then you get like a splash or go when it closes.
Well, the animation would be like close.
It could be one direct. It doesn't have to loop or anything.
It could be closed, open, but it probably should have a middle frame so that it looks
It'll probably be 3 frames, maybe
3
4 frames.
frames. Yeah, like a close, and then like a straight up, and then a straight back.
3 might be too abrupt still, depending on how. Again, it
Like
doesn't.
a 90-degree thing. Like
Yeah,
a lot of treasure chests are like heavy and creak anyways, right?
Right.
So maybe you're like it's one heave up and then push.
True.
Like in real life, it would be 90-degree things. If it weighed 80 pounds, you're lifting it up and then you push it over.
So yeah, I think that would be ideal. It's like a little 3 or 4 frame thing. So make it open and close in a transition.
Now we probably can only have the animation in like the. It would be challenging to do that in 16 by 16. I think 32 by 32 not so much. Does the small one need to be animated?
Not necessarily, but I like it being open as the default. Actually, here's the thing about it. So it being open, it can be closed on the in-game menu. That's fine, right?
I like this right here. I like this look.
The one we show on the UI has to be 16 by 16, anyways.
Yeah.
So it could be a closed chest.
Okay.
So that could be a little closed chest. Because a closed chest, that makes an animate on that. It's an indication the bottom next to the day, right? So like day 1, day 2, and next to that or below that, maybe even. Well, next to probably because of size. But
so I like this color here. I like maybe like this gold color.
Yeah.
And then maybe like this color for accent.
Like lines. That's looking pretty good. That's already a chest.
And then
That's already the middle.
Maybe we have like
middle.
maybe we have like some hinges or something.
Maybe.
So
I think what you have right there already was looking like, oh, that's like the gold thing in the middle, right? That's the gold,
I don't think those colors look as good for like a chest. Maybe like this and this.
That looks pretty good.
That's not bad, but I like this and this
The main color.
the most so far.
Yeah, that's good. Then that gold color as saying, like, what you sketched a little first little time. Like,
Potentially this dark brown for shading. Well, that's the same gold we use for the coin.
Yeah.
So let's just do like we want it to look open. And the best way to do that to keep its shape, like we don't want like a full frontal. You know what I'm saying? We don't want the full frontal. Because you end up with like this kind of deal.
That can look decent still.
It can. But I think the move here is an angle. Like a slight angle. I have to play around with it a little bit. But I'm thinking a slight angle here. Maybe like how tall are these? 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to count this out. 3. It's 6 tall. That's also 6 tall. So we should be able to. That's not going to look good. I think the pixel count's just too small to do that.
Yeah, it'll probably have to be more front view, but you could like same as a coin, do a little bit of perspective, like on the right, like companies work on the side, maybe. I don't know.
Um, and then here, here. That's the thing though, is like I still have to fit the lid in, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like
I guess tough.
we can do like a
Yeah, like on the end, like that oval shape on the half circle or whatever.
yeah, but then you get into like
You make the angle match so we did already, but
how do you
I don't know. It's tough to fit in that resolution
there
for
has to
sure.
be like see how in this here there's like a whole bunch of space behind it where like the lid would go.
Right, you can't do that 6x16.
Um how do you let's look up specifically
And
like
again, the small one can be a front view closed chest with no reason to open. This is the small one, right? It's a 16x16.
yeah, this is a 16 by
So
16.
that one could be front facing closed, and that'd be fine.
I mean like maybe a little cooler than that though. Okay.
The shape, like, but yeah, the bigger one could be at an angle and open potentially, or it could, either way, it's random thoughts. But like,
Mhm.
I do like the idea of your money kind of pouring into the chest, into your bank at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, and I kind of liked that shape that I had originally
Yeah,
or like the colors I had originally.
they were good.
Um
Let's see what you scribbled. You had the gold almost in the middle, and you had the light brown and the dark brown around it. And it's like, oh, just draw that all the way around. And you've got most of most of the chest.
mhm. Let's see.
I do like the one you're looking at the example, the angle on it, right?
This right here
Where it's like
or this one?
to the right,
This one.
because the line is towards the bottom of that bottom half of the picture, not the top, like the line where it meets. Because
Mhm.
you're like, it's showing like from perspective, right? It's showing like it from an angle,
Like you're looking down on it.
right? So it's not like it's just flat, right? I think that's why.
Yeah.
Realistically, that looks kind of weird. The way it outweighs like the base, right, in size.
Mhm.
But it's perspective.
It is. And right now I'm making a Pokeball. So,
Okay, close enough.
um let's see. Shoot.
Yeah, propose your off that it's not a paint can for the fill. So
Yeah.
me too.
I kind of
That's
want
why
like
Dark Hole
a
is the only tool that doesn't use a paint bucket for the paint bucket action.
I know it looks weird. Do we double these up? Let's see how this looks. And then I want like two in the middle here. I don't think so. I feel like these are double. But then these should not be. And then uh this needs to move down more. One more. Oh. And then we'll fill this in. Hmm. Why are all these like chest examples like they have like gold around the edges? You know, silver around the edge wouldn't look bad. Do like a uh Hmm. 16 by 16 is just hard, man.
True.
I don't like this front on view, I don't think. It's hard to just tell what it is. I think something closer to this is like... What are your thoughts on like something like this, Rob?
It's pretty good.
Um,
Yeah,
the
that one was
front view
busy.
is just, it's like hard to...
Well, you go with that very stylized, look, like oversized thing in the middle, and
Yeah, like the hue where like the lock is like half the chest. Um,
look at that example on to your right.
I like one like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Which one are you looking at?
I don't
This one right
know.
here?
It moved when you. Yeah, that one actually. Yeah, the top one there. I think the little, like the gold one in the middle, or the open one,
This one?
or both the left and right one there. Like it's open and closed. A little bit too plain, maybe.
I think we should use silver instead of gold. Hot take. Just because we have gold coins and it'll kind of like... I feel like chests with like silver outside. Or like that steel kind of look. I think they just look better than the gold ones in a lot of video games anyways. Like I'm looking at here, let me pull this on the stream.
Five. We still have five.
Screen 1. I'm looking at like just so you all can get an idea here.
Hey, well,
I'm looking at like
dude,
this kind of thing. What's up? Oh my god.
you just go this. It's, well, his behavior is the same as in the tavern bar, I believe.
He probably should be a tiny bit bigger. Just a little bit bigger.
Hide the cone, but
You'll have to hide the cone. That's
he had
cool.
the same behavior. I dropped the
Hold
pie
on.
vent. Yeah, you can show it.
I'm gonna... Alright, hold on. We're gonna check out what Rob's been looking at real quick.
You can show it. There.
Am I good to share your
Yeah,
Discord? Okay.
I'm on the inside Godot again, but yeah. So we can we're gonna hide this other stuff because this dropped in from another scene, but it's pretty straightforward because all the NPCs are technically path follow nodes. So all you have to do is slap them on a path and they follow it. I can make a path anywhere I want to on any scene I want to. Slap a guard in there and they'll follow it.
You might need to get a little closer.
Sure.
Check this out, guys. This dude just whipped this together in 10 minutes.
Yeah. So we have basically the I'll go back to the scene. Basically, all of our NPCs are set as like basically their path follow 2D nodes, where what they do is they follow us that path you give them. Now in the tavern scene, we have a bunch of paths. We dynamically choose which one's going to use. We'll randomly choose. That's the right word. We can do as many as we want, choose as we want. That's what we can do. Different stats of taverns we're working on, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, because it's a path follow 2D, I can add a path node, which I can show you here. It's just this path here, which I just drew one straight line. That's all it is for the screen.
So it uses the same path
Yeah,
following logic.
I didn't write any code for this.
There's no code in this. This is the
I
same.
already wrote.
This is the same path following logic that we use in the actual game for them walking into the scene to their designated spot, on guard duty, and then walking back out. Just
They still
laid on the menu scene, and he's just larger.
And we'll have to do a few cleanup things to
Yeah.
hide like the cone and. But yeah, this is just dropping our existing guard onto a path that's just on the title screen.
Mm-hmm.
So it's flexible. I mean, basically we can use that for lots of animation stuff.
Yeah. So
Anywhere in the game we want to, pretty much.
So the plan for the menu right now is, and we have a new, it's like we have an upgraded menu scene artwork that I've made, but we have the the game mascot, which is the Plague Doctor, hiding in the back alley, kind of behind the barrel a little bit, doing his devious deeds. And then we have one of the king's squires, who's like the most common guard type you can run into in the game. He'll just randomly come onto the menu, like just walk behind the buttons, and he's just like he'll like flip back and forth like he's just looking for the Plague Doctor, and then he'll walk back off scene. So what we do need to do though is, I think he should be a little bit taller, probably, and then like just a little bit, so it's more proportional. And then
That's good.
that's a good size.
Good.
I like that a lot. And we need to get rid of that cone.
He can walk over Frodo too. He can walk over all the way to the front of the barrel if we want him to. They probably should.
He should walk. Yeah,
Not
he should walk to where his
but, like,
his full body should be able to stick out at the end.
here maybe a little further, middle of the barrel basically, which is roughly right there.
Yeah, like it should be
See how it looks real quick.
like he can walk behind the buttons. It's fine that he walks behind the buttons back and forth. But at the end of the path where he like flips back around and just hangs out, this is good. I like this.
Maybe a little further so he covers the left side of the barrel with his face.
Well,
He covers the Plague Doctor at that point too.
if you do it further, he's just like in line with the Plague Doctor though.
True.
I like where you can like just see his body. He's like looking around,
I like that. I can keep it,
and then he
we
walks
can
back
keep that
off.
behavior. We can keep the behavior where he kind of flips around randomly a couple times and goes back out. That's what he does in the game.
Yeah.
So we just turn off just let me do other than basically say, hey, we're in this scene, turn off this visibility of the cone stuff.
But for not having to do like any code, that's awesome. Like that's like exactly what I envisioned, and I think that looks really good too. Because those like games that do like the
Actually, we can fix that right now. We can just do
like every games that have like the menus that have, I don't know what you call it, but where it's like not a static menu, but there's like maybe like a campfire in the background and your character or whatever, but then like every 3-4 minutes maybe a dragon flies by or whatever. It adds
little Easter eggs.
like it adds so much to the main menu. And the main menu is what people see when they first open your game. There's going to be like a picture of it, or like it's like tied to like the videos in like promotional stuff.
When they lose the game and get kicked back to
When
it.
they lose the game and they get kicked back to it, and then the guard walks by and reminds them how they lost. It's great. It's
Guard
great.
walks in, it's like
Yeah.
walks off screen again.
Guard walks in. We add a new guard animation where he just like raises his finger and then walks back off.
On the title screen after you've lost a run.
Only after you lose. Yeah, that looks super sick.
We can just add like an option. I can make some adjustments here, but
Yeah, you're good. Should I go back to A-Sprite?
go for it.
Or were you wanting to show something else?
That's all I got for now. I might
Okay,
see if I
cool.
can adjust some things here.
That's all he's got for now, guys.
Polished.
Alright, we're gonna go back to A-Sprite. Okay. So this is what I'm looking at right here for like chest inspiration. Is like this a little bit more of like a realistic chest, right? Like chests in real life didn't have like, I feel like the cartoony like solid gold chest is just super like phone game
What is
feeling.
it? Yeah, it's either a Minecraft or a phone game at that point, right?
Yeah, it's like super phone gamey where like I feel like it just doesn't fit the vibes. Like I feel like we need something that's like the vibes are like a stupid amount of gold, but in like a realistic looking chest. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The vibes aren't like a cartoony solid gold chest. It's like 4 billion pounds of gold, but it's like a real chest, right?
Right.
I feel like that fits our vibe more. And I really like one like this as well. Like an open closed. Right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Because then you just have like the closed, and then like if you want to do a front view, you would do something like this.
Still could
probably.
be in a mobile game. But like
It's kind of mobile
it
gamey.
makes you think. I've seen like ones where it's like progressive chests of like, oh, here's like chest of like it's almost empty. Here's chest that's kind of more gold. Here's chest overflowing. here's stacks and stacks of cash.
What it makes
It looks
me,
like a freaking microtransaction screen, right?
it does look like it looks like a
Like you choose how much money
microtransaction.
you're spending for how much in-game gold.
Yeah, it's how many gems, it's how many Clash of Clans gems you're buying. It's like, do you want the giant
Like
chest?
$2.
You save 15% if you spend $100.
But yeah, they'll be your poor friend who has the little chest. That's how they get you, right? That's why I don't like them. I don't like mobile games.
Do you like the gold more? My only thought is like if we do like an overflowing like pile of gold in an open chest, and
Is that
with
a Zelda key, by the way? Zelda Dungeon Boss key?
this one right here,
Yeah.
I think it is the Zelda Dungeon Boss key. I'm pretty sure I've seen this exact chest in Zelda as
I
well.
think it's some Zelda.
Um, no, but like with our limited color palette, we have one really good gold color.
Yeah.
So if we have a giant pile of gold, but then the chest is inlaid in gold, then it just looks like a
Yeah. We can't use
pile of
Because
gold.
the chest itself can't have gold in the chest itself. The gold has to be reserved
I think it
for
would-
the actual gold money in it.
I think so as well. Yeah. And
So go for
we
a
need to-
darker. You want to go for a darker wood chest, like a darker wood than that one you looked at just now, like a darker wood with like this gray accents. You have a couple shades of gray you can use, a couple shades of brown you can use, right?
Mhm.
And then we can just reserve the gold color and the yellow color just for the gold palette in the chest.
And we need to. So now I'm trying to do this perspective thing, right? So it's like the angled thing I was trying to do earlier, where you can see both sides, except instead, it kind of just plays like games with your eyes. So it's just a straight gray line across, and then we just come up here. Oops, we come up here. Straight gray line across, straight line down, down, and then you just kind of fill this in. So like here, 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 and then we'll see how this looks in a second. But so far I'm liking it. What do you think so far?
It's good shape.
It's pretty good
Good
shape.
colors.
And we can do like, I mean, we can do like a gold lock or like a gold
I'd
accent.
go for just the gray still for it, honestly. Well, if it's for clothes, I don't know. It could the lock could still be gold because you won't see that really when it's open, anyways.
So we'll try both here. So I'm thinking either like
Yeah.
a gold thing like that or like that.
Mm.
And it can be like a
You do
different
some shading here, probably,
different
right? Like
shape.
shading or layering here, right? Like on the wood.
Yeah,
This
like
one like needs to be a little bit. I know. You just now drew that in 2 seconds.
no, yeah, literally made this in 2 seconds. Like this example chest we found online here just kind of does like this stripe pattern, which I don't know how I feel about that. I don't really like that. Do you like that?
It's too stripy.
It's too. Isn't this chest
Too
in
stripy.
general is too stripy?
I mean, at the scale we're at least, right? Because when it's like every other board, right? When it's every other row, it's too much, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're more in the work, it's different. But
So we got like maybe like a mix of gold and dark gray here in the center, something like that, and then here like is just a little handle, kind of thing.
right,
Let's
We could
see.
a ring, maybe, but I don't know. Yeah, it's probably better about being a ring. At this scale, right?
Yeah, I kind of just like that, honestly.
I like to go up to add other pieces there.
You like that?
I
Well,
don't know. It looks like it's
before I do that, I want to like figure out what the
Yeah,
detail here, because I'm going to use this brown. I don't think this
3
is.
browns we can use, right? Or just 2. Yeah, for the darker one, right?
No, we got a bunch of browns.
Right, it's the ones that we have a bunch of.
We have a bunch of browns, which is convenient
Because
Because-
our name's wood.
it's a tavern. Yeah, like 90% of it's wood. Now we can do some shading here, just a little bit. So maybe we take this gray here, just to kind of show that it's like the side of the chest. This should probably be silver, this line here. Hmm. You see what I'm trying to do here? I feel like I'm like getting close to like the right kind of
Yeah.
like using like this darker gray.
All right.
Um,
Maps use. I don't know. That was kind of good. Too much
Wait.
blue to it though, but maybe not.
I just added that 1 pixel and I feel like it fixed it because it's kind of like it looks like a side now.
It does.
Maybe this here.
One I thought I had is that you might need to shorten the width of that one, so you can add 1 pixel on the right as well, so a different color to show. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Ooh, hold on, we're cooking. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Like it looks like before I was trying to do like
Yeah.
this.
It looks like it's got a light source. The top looks a little bit too flat, maybe.
But well, I'm gonna mess
16
with
by
it.
16.
But like before I was trying to do this, like this kind of thing, right? Do you see the red? But now we're just like I was trying to do like
Yeah.
make it actually slanted, but just tricking the eyes with some simple shading, I think looks way better.
Right.
Our
graphic style. I mean, a little bit of shading goes a long way for sure.
I think this needs to be moved up though.
Yeah, I like that. I feel like the lid itself should be like one taller somehow. Though I don't know what direction or how.
So I
like
think
just up like basically the two top rows of pixels moved up one and duplicate it below it.
so. I added one to the actual height here, and then I add another one to up like the lid section.
I'd keep it one row shortened on the lid probably. I don't know.
Wait, what do you mean? Are you saying like add up here or no?
I'm saying add up there, but don't add like that. I was saying basically just take the 2 rows that are there
and
move them up one. Like the top 2 rows is.
Oh, just make it one.
Goes up one, so you make it.
Like you don't want it to be tall. Like you want it to be taller.
Yeah,
but like keep the
same row above that again below exactly. Right. Hmm? Or is it too flat of a lid now?
I feel like it's too flat of a lid.
It probably is.
I'm thinking if we make it taller,
make it the smaller bit.
I think it just needs to be taller if we're gonna make it taller.
Okay.
Because it needs more depth now.
Maybe add the browns to see how it looks there. Pretty good. I don't know if it's better though. Is it better? Or just like adequate? I don't know.
I like it.
That's pretty good.
Now of course there's still more to do, right? Like
maybe a darker outline, like a very darker outline across the top, and just maybe I don't know.
I'm thinking we need to change one of the like. Both of these shouldn't be the same shade of brown. That's too different though. Maybe let's see what this looks like. That's too light. Maybe we'll change this over here then. Let's look at a couple more examples here. I do like the chests that have like the thicker like bands almost. I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't think it's better like that. Is
Okay.
it worse? Maybe not, but I don't think it's better. Hmm.
I don't mind that. Like another
Well, I thought it becomes like
strip down the middle.
we can't make it smaller because it's just what it is. But an outline would make sense because the coin is an outline. Because when you offer an outline, it's 16.
Yeah, it's just 16 by 16.
Again, this probably we can use on the end screen and the game for now. We can definitely add the animated one later. It's not top priority, obviously, of course, but it'd be cool.
Well, there's gonna be one.
Yeah,
for sure. This needs to go up here. The lock mechanism should be in line with the like the hinge here. Maybe we add like some. I wish I had a shade of brown that was just in between these two shades. But there's not one in the palette. We've got this lighter color here. But I don't want lighter shading. I want darker shading. These are the only two colors we've got to deal with. These two browns are the only ones darker than this.
That's the catch.
So it's just gonna be playing around with
I do like
these.
the reverse, like just the L, like backwards L along the bottom and right.
Right here.
But like you could go, I mean, all the way technically. I mean, not all the way is too much, but I was curious how it looked all the way. If you did the full like.
Well, remember we're gonna be zoomed out. We're gonna be zoomed out about this much.
It looks inset if you do the whole like static that, right? It's
There definitely needs to be some differences here.
once we have slightly darker, but we don't. It needs to go on the right side if it goes on that because there's a way the lighting seems to look. The lighting's coming from the front, right? The darkest spot would be up under the edge if the metal sticks out a little bit.
Yeah.
That'd be true of the front too, not the lid part, but the part down below would be on the same bright side of that.
I feel like right here.
Well, just on the right, probably though. Like along there was a right bar. Yeah, the whole thing, whole way. But I don't know. That's not bad. Like that's the size we're gonna be seeing it, but
It's gonna look like that.
It could be under the lid too. So like up there and then under the rim, like where the.
It's so dark. I hate how like dark it is.
True.
I just want something just a little bit.
What if you added it across? What does it matter?
I could use something like this.
Oh. Huh.
But this is the lighter color though.
That's true.
And I tried doing like this and it looks off.
It does. But you can't.
But if I do it the reverse,
that looks not bad.
I don't think it looks better though. I don't like that color.
But then you have the option to use that slightly darker brown for shading. It's the only thing I'm thinking. If you go one lighter there,
like if I do this,
one. That's some detail and some texture.
We can come in here. I mean, something like that's not horrible. It's less striped, much less striped than before. Thoughts, Rob?
Hmm. I don't think I like the.
You're gonna see it like this.
Yeah, it's hard to.
It's literally gonna be like this. Sure. It needs some kind of stripe though, because any chest I'm seeing on here has clear, defined board.
It's made of boards. Chest.
Yeah.
I was wondering if we should be doing the full lines or just some like details here and there at that scale.
We could do like maybe like
don't do full lines across, but like make like
something like that, kind of.
Maybe it doesn't look better though.
It doesn't look better. I don't think it looks worse, but
yeah. You need to somehow shade the left side too. I feel like to an extent. Oh, that actually
What if I just fill this in,
Maybe.
but make it a little like less
Distant.
even?
Or you could kind of like treat it like board outlines a little bit and have a little bit of like lighter on the side too, just so it's like, oh, it's just like, I don't know.
I don't hate this
I don't either.
when it's like zoomed out because it kind of breaks up the boards a little bit, right?
Right.
It doesn't look good zoomed in, but most of our stuff doesn't look good zoomed in because it's 16 by 16, you know?
Right.
Like there's only so much you can do with it. Um, but I'm thinking that looks fine. I like this arch here is fine. I think it still needs some shading. Maybe we come in here. Kind of just like this.
I'm gonna close that for a second. I am so the not to bring it up or anything, but basically the one thing I bring up to you with the guards, the code I have breaks adding the stuff because based on the guard type.
Oh,
I
really?
we can do guard type real quick, which is easy. But I had to be like, oh, it's like the title screen guard or something, right? Who doesn't have any detection that ever activates no matter what.
Uh-huh.
Most that was like most that was maybe killing two birds with one stone, and we wanted to have an off duty guard character, didn't we? At some point, it's like
Mm-hmm.
maybe
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the off duty one who doesn't have a detection because he doesn't care. He's not paid enough for the shit, right? Off the clock.
Yeah, he's off the clock, but
But he would be a customer technically though,
he would be a customer
so that,
because
you know,
he'd
he
be
would
able
be
to
in the
place
same
orders.
script. Yeah, he would come to the bar and
Yeah.
order only drinks, obviously. So I like the idea of a guard still carrying like they're a customer guard, but they have a detection area when they're sitting at your bar, making it a hassle, right? I like the idea of them still like having a comb while they're sitting at the bar.
I think we might have our chest.
Pretty good.
I just threw some lighter over here. I don't want it to be like
Perfect.
straight lines.
Yeah.
It just looks
That's why I
bad.
didn't like it originally because I was like,
But if you do these kind of like,
yeah, at this low resolution you can get away with a lot, right? You can also can't get away with a lot at the same time, but you know.
yeah,
But I think yeah, you can get away
it's
with a
give
lot
and
when it comes
take.
to like, oh, these pixels are boards, but it's so zoomed out that
Yeah, yeah, because you're literally gonna see it like
in the corner of your screen,
this
it's really going
big.
to count. Like you're not even be focused on that picture; it's just there.
You're gonna be able to see it like this big. And from that big, it looks like a chest.
Yeah,
It looks tall though to me.
a little bit. Maybe we can just
I think we should just bring.
chop some. Which we don't handle, but like even more, one more maybe even. That's a good. That's really good portrait actually. I like that. Make a little adjustment for the hand. Want to put a handle back, but I like to be a gap above it because then I don't know. We could actually do an open animation probably at this resolution and not like a one frame, right? No open close, no in between probably.
I mean, we could do like a. I don't know
Also
because
save this shit. Can't save it yet. I mean, spray is pretty good if you like happen to like. Yeah, spray's got recovers pretty well, but
it's fine.
still.
It's all good, guys. I save things while I work on them. Um. So let's go over to layer 2. Um. I want to go on layer 1 first of all. We're just going to copy this. Copy. Then we're going to go to layer 2. Please let me paste. Hello? Okay, scratch that. We're going to delete layer 2. We're going to do duplicate. And then We're going to rename. Can I rename? Hello? Properties. We're going to do chest open. And then just chest.
Is it still 16 by 16 or is it a bigger one?
This is still 16 by 16.
Okay.
So we got chest closed.
Even well, when you export it exports it like
Just open.
page, right?
Yeah. And you can separate them into like their own PNGs and stuff as well. Now we're not going to be able to show it like open unless I extend this like 8 pixels.
I mean, we
can have it like
where you like the lid's gone, it's how golden it instead. I don't know.
I mean, I suppose, but
I don't like that though.
That's just
like that though. That won't look good.
That's just gonna be like that.
Yeah, that needs. You need to be able to see it, but you can't. Yeah, you're right. You could have it open slightly, technically. Like
it would only be able to open like 45 degrees, if that.
Let it be less than that probably.
Maybe like 30 degrees. Like it's gonna be open like this much.
I mean, that's fine for a 2-frame for like just a menu, just a UI, right?
It'll literally be like that.
That's fine.
I don't think it'll look good.
Maybe it won't. Like we don't need it for this resolution anyways, because this is gonna be a UI saying bottom of your screen is for your gold count for your bank. That's it. You won't even notice it, right?
I mean, I can just bring the width back. Make it 16 tall by 24. And then have enough to actually flip open the lid. Thoughts?
I mean, 16 by 16 should be like the main one we use on the UI.
I know.
This one doesn't have to be animated. The bigger one needs to be animated.
Okay.
But we can always come back to it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll start on the new one. Or the big one.
Because we're gonna slap the one on in the UI somewhere on the UI show your bank.
Okay, so is there a way for me to open both of these at the same time? Shift preferences. That's fine. I can just click. Well, hold on. There we go. I got it all figured out. Put this chest down here. Look at this. I can work on 2 at once. It's actually really cool. So in the 32 by 32, this is going to be too wide. Why is it not? There we go. Too wide. And we need enough room. Oh, this is the wrong palette. Hold on. 32. Load. Cool. It's the right silver. And then up here. Question. What do you think about like this here, Rob? Like if I make a like a larger version of this, you still run into the issue of not having enough room because it's growing proportionally. Like it's still proportional. Like it would need to be like In a 32 by 32, if we want one that has room behind it for the lid to swing
That's
open,
fine. That's fine.
we have to make it. I would have to make it in like a box like this big
Go
total.
16. Like go 16 wider. 232 by like
32 by
48.
48. Because I want like the closed chest to be 32 by 32.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, do like about.
And because it's an animation, it should be fine. Going bigger than that, it'll be all right. Let's go into sprite here. We're gonna change the size. Width is gonna be 48. I mean, we're making something that's rectangular, right? It's a chest, so it's a rectangle, but we're showing it in like a 2D perspective where it's actually wider than the full width because you're showing the width of the chest and the side of the chest in one width, if that makes sense.
Right.
And then you also have to have room for the lid to be behind it. So what we need here, let's flip back to the palette. So this should be 32 because these are all 16 by 16 squares. So if this is 32, this is the full width of the chest. So that means that this is dark gray. And then if we come down here, this is 16 tall. So we'll move this down 1. So it's 1. Hold on, let's count down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 2 by 2 squares is where this middle part needs to be. So we're going to go to 2. It's not. Why is it not doing a 2 by 2? I have 2 by 2 selected. Still not 2 by 2. Huh. Oh, because it's down here, maybe. I gotta click on this. Okay. Why are you being weird? It's fine. So these are 16 by 16 cubes. So 16 divided by 8, because they're 2 by 2s. So the height of this is 8 2 by 2s. So I have to go 2 higher here. And then how wide are we over here? We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to go 10 over. So on 16, that's 8 2 by 2s. But I've confused myself.
As like the little numbers around your head, like.
Jordan just said nice chest in my chat. It's a little creepy for you to come up to me and talk about my chest. My eyes are up here, Jordan.
By the way, my solution to that guard thing, I just made a boolean. And it's like, it's menu guard. If the menu guards don't do any of this gameplay stuff, because they're just there for show.
Use menu guard,
yeah, that's
boolean.
Skip over like the logic of like the gameplay part, other than like the animation part.
So we've got 1 2 by 2. We need 5 2 by 2s because we've got 5 single pixels down here. So we've got 1, 2, 3. This is 3 2 by 2s. Now 4 and now 5. And then following this will be that lighter silver color. I really wish my... Okay, now the brush is going to work. Awesome. Rest of the way is silver. Down here is silver. This is silver. This is darker, like that bluish gray. So it's now down here we've got 2 single spots up. So we've got 1 2. So I'm just building in these 2x2s because it's exactly 2 times bigger. But I'm placing them as if they were single pixels in the first one. Now we've got gold here. So this is 3 pixels in. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be right here. 1, 2, 3. Cool. Over. Awesome. Fill this in. And then we're going to start our brown here.
Just do go across the whole screen or just stop. You think I just like the idea of going just across the whole screen and back, but the perspective doesn't really make sense for that. I don't guess.
The Squire walking across the
Yeah.
main menu.
I did also change this now, so basically he lives forever now. He'll walk in and out. He'll walk in, do his patrol, walk out, walk in, do his patrol, walk out infinitely now.
You could make it so that he walks to the middle, flips back and forth a couple times, and then walks the rest of the way off the other side of the screen.
That's the right logic for that, but
That's true. You would have to
I
rewrite.
don't mind that, but like,
What if you had 2 separate paths? One, so like he'll randomly come in from the right side, and sometimes he'll randomly come in from the left. You shouldn't have to rewrite. You shouldn't have to rewrite the logic because it's the end of the path, and then he follows it
I
back.
think if I find like he is honestly, because
I think it's great.
he couldn't go in a straight line because the way the angles are on the building, it would make sense for me to go in a straight line and disappear off the left. Yeah, so he comes in, he chills, he walks out. A little bit of conflict with like the plague doctor, same color on the outline as the guard, but that's fine.
2, 3, 4. Gotta make sure all these measurements are right too. They should be exactly right, but I'm gonna check. This one goes across, and then 2 here, here, up. Nope. Okay. Now, obviously, we can add more details to the 32 by 32, Rob.
Sure.
But this is a 2-to-1 replica of the small one. Like this is like single pixel, and this is pixels of 2 by 2 pixels.
Right.
So this is like it's a
So
perfect.
for the opening, it might need to be taller too, like the whole pixel canvas, possibly, potentially, maybe not.
I don't think so.
Right? Because
I should be able to fit it in here.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna do chest 32 by 32. And now let's add some layers. Okay. How did I open up this frame down here? Guys, I don't know how I opened the reference. I'm still pretty new to Sprite. Visible? It's not a different layer though. It's a whole different thing. And if I go new layer, layer 1's been created. Is there something in between these that I can't see? It's down here. Okay. So what we're gonna do instead is just open a new file, a new instance of this. I should have these here. I do. Okay. We can still save it though. Wait, why is this still open in the new one? This is incredible. It doesn't listen to me. Chest. This is gonna be chest closed 32. And then this is still the small one. How do I close out of this? Like within a sprite, I have the smaller version opened.
Couldn't tell you.
Wait. No. This is the 32 by 32. There's two instances of it. View. I don't want a duplicate view. Full screen mode? That doesn't do it. Hold on. Left click and drag across all frames. Right click inside the frame selector. Link cells. I don't want to draw in multiple frames at once. Two projects. Open a sprite. Why is it talking about the registry editor? Is it a sprite? Come on.
I was testing the game to make sure I didn't break the guards in the actual game. Just to be sure.
Oh no.
They're fine. That would be fine. I was like, oh, now all the guards just don't leave. They stay forever and looping out of the hard mode.
Don't save. Don't save. Alright, boys. I don't know how I messed it up, but I fixed it. I don't know how I fixed it either.
Even better.
I don't know how I messed it up. I don't know how I fixed it, but now we're back. Which is fine. So we're gonna do a 4-frame animation here. So we've got the basic chest. We're gonna duplicate this 3 times, and then we're gonna do. This is gonna be chest 32 or chest closed 32. And then we're going to rename this to chest opening 32. Chest closing 32. These are in the wrong spots. This is a very bad naming convention anyways. Let me fix this actually before we get started. Chest open. I want to say like 1/4, or it's really like it's closed. It's gonna do like a 30-degree thing, and then like 30 degrees the other way, and then close again. So, how would you name this, Rob?
What?
like the stages of it opening. It'd be like stage 1, stage, because I want to follow it up with 32 since we have different sizes.
It doesn't matter. I mean, I don't know.
It doesn't really matter, but
I'd do 1, 2, 3, 4 probably, or open. I don't know. Like normally you wouldn't have layers for each frame, would you? You would just do a frame for each frame because you need more frames. And then it gives you the onion skinning and stuff, which you might not want. I don't know how you spray it very well.
yeah, I don't know how to spray it super well either. I don't know pixel editing very well. Let's just we're complete noobs here.
Totally.
We're just gonna delete these 3, and we'll create frames instead. So we're gonna make 3 frames. So this shouldn't be chest closed. This should just be chest 32. Chest animation 32. That is. Or chest. It's fine. Who cares? I don't. I care a lot. Okay, so we're gonna. Oh, this is gonna be hard. Because basically, like this, it's gonna be halfway. Because this metal here is split. Like that's the edges that connect, right? So what I can do actually is I can flip this. So we can flip vertical. Except it's actually this isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna work the way I want it to work. Because it's also like inverted. Yeah, it's not gonna work. No, give me the roof back. Okay. So in frame 2, we want this to be open like 30 degrees. And it's going to drive me nuts trying to do this. Rob, I'm going to go nuts over here. I wish it would just make the brush the right size. That'd be really cool. Let's just start with the eraser. I bumped the brush size up, but it doesn't actually, it just does the 1 pixel. Do you see this? Like I bumped the brush size up on the eraser, but it's only doing the 1 pixel on the inside.
Huh.
Pixel perfect doesn't matter. Maybe maybe some of this got changed. I think it's supposed to have size. Yeah, okay. I know what I'm doing, guys. I told you. Nobody listened. Nobody listened when I told them. I was like, dude, I know what I'm doing. Okay. So we want this to kind of be, and this animation's going to happen fairly quick. But we're going to draw a straight line here. To like here. This is such a confusing perspective. Right? Like, do you see this? Like if I have this here, right?
All right.
Or actually, it probably should be down here a little more. But like this is, it's all on the same level because it's 2D. Like it's flat on the bottom.
Right.
It's just shaded. So it's like would the front line of the chest be angled at the same angle? Probably not. It should be flat.
It wouldn't that be flat? So it angled less though, because it wasn't curved to begin with, right?
You think it'd be angled? It would be angled? I wouldn't think so. I would think it'd be flat
Maybe at that first frame, maybe.
because it's an optical illusion. We'll see what it looks like. Um, but this is going to be only one thin. Only one thin, one thick. Like that. And then we'll fill this in here. Okay. It's kind of coming together. Um, we'll keep up the size. So it should be like this. Whoa. Fill this in. It's gonna be tough. It can't be straight. You were right. It can't be straight. It's gotta be angled slightly to keep in line the side here. Tell you what, let's just do this. And then all these areas will be too thick. Wait, no, they're not. They're not even too thick either. Because the side also gets split. Okay, hold on. I'm kind of cooking. This should be one less though. Bro, this is hard as hell to draw, bro.
Oh yeah. I'm drawing over here too. Actually, I got distracted.
You're drawing?
Yeah. Look at this. Look at this. paper. It was so
That's
I
cool.
was throwing around the idea of having like that as like the background of the GUI at the bottom of the screen, like a scroll like paper thing. Like this is tile. This is tileable. So I was just wondering what that would look like. So I think it makes sense of like, oh yeah, your bottom of your screen instead of it's the gray background, like it's got like, it's stuff on like it's like your tavern's like ledger or something. I don't know. Like this that's the thought, I guess. Visually it's just a paper background, I guess, but I feel it better than just a gray. I can test this pretty easily. Also, when you get a second, I want to look at the guard again, just to make sure the final, like what I have here, looks fine. Make a couple adjustments to timing a little bit.
Okay. Um. Okay, I think I have the side done
That's good.
as like a step one animation,
So that looks really good. Like
but I've
that
ran out
looks
of
professional.
I've ran out of room at the top.
Um,
Maybe I should make it
no, you can.
less angled.
It should be less angled. I don't know
Okay.
how to do. I don't know how to describe it, like the perspective, but I can tell it's right. I can tell it's wrong, right?
Yeah.
So that line can be angled. Delete that line. But I mean, no, that's fine. Your back part's fine. It's the
What
gray part up front. That's the wrong angle. So that needs to be a lower angle.
a lower
I
angle
don't know
than
how to
this.
describe
I feel like it would be on the same line, wouldn't it? Because the bottom's on the same line.
because we're at the angle we're at though. You would see it at an angle from there. It would not be a straight line. It would be like slightly not straight.
Like
A little
this?
more down. One more down. One more out. Maybe. Well, it would be. Yeah, that somewhere around there. That might not be exactly right. Not higher. Lower for sure than higher. Like there maybe.
Oh, it looks so weird to me though.
Extend it. I don't know. It might extend out all the way to the end still, or
Like
almost
this
one
part
third
right
of the
here where
way.
it's like it's come up, but it's not like
Hmm.
it's not uniform.
Not sure. Not sure what.
Uh Pixel chest animation. We want like the frames.
Those are front views though. The one on the right there. Like it's hard to like frame by frame would be. Yeah, that's like the same angle though, and the line stays straight. So you're probably right on that. Look, they kind of go up at a 45-degree angle immediately, don't they?
I
On the
think that looks
frame.
bad though.
It doesn't look great. I
I think it looks bad.
think it looks okay, but I don't think I like it.
I think it's just where I don't know. We can play with this. I like the side here. It's not all the way fixed though, where I erased some things. There we go. Um Go back to this color here. feel like it looks so weird, man. But maybe my Brian is just not working right. Hey, that's not horrible. That's horrible.
Top part, yeah. The bottom part looks adequate, maybe, but top like the way it like the angle it transitions up, like the way it transitions up, and the yeah, it's not.
Like this part
That part looks
going
okay.
into this. I guess it doesn't look that bad.
The curve doesn't feel right on the right on the right part though.
For
Right
here?
side. On the right far right, like that doesn't that metal that the curve doesn't feel right. It's too like jagged and like upwards. I think it needs to feel more of like up more at first, the bottom, and then round out. Right. It needs to go straight up a couple pixels, make it have a rounded curve.
Oh, it can't go straight up.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, like a pixel worth.
I feel like your
And then-
perspective is all off, brother.
Probably.
It can go up like this, like an even 45 like this does.
I suppose. Again, I'm not
But it's starting to look weird.
usually good at visuals. I say as I try to make visuals, but you know.
I just think it's starting to look weird, man. And maybe it's not bad. Maybe I'm being like nitpicky. That needs to be toned down just a tad. And then the way this would fall would be like this kind of thing here.
That's kind of the right looks in a second.
Yeah, we can switch over to your screen.
It's the replay. I just want to make sure I adjust it a little bit.
Okay, I've got your Discord going here.
Okay. So, same deal. Still walking in, all the stuff's gone because it's flagged as like a menu item and not a.
Okay.
Across, it picks friendly from our sprite list still. So there's only two different kinds of squire, two different squire skins, or right.
Okay, so this is like the
Picks one of those.
this is the final iteration for now.
He walks back and forth. He walks in, looks back and forth. Same way he does in the tavern. Same timing actually on this part. And then basically he walks out after the same time passes like 15 seconds. I think is what it is in the game.
Okay.
And then after he goes to the screen, it loops forever. Now there could be maybe there's a delay enough here, but he comes back pretty much right away. That's a good delay. That's a good delay on the loop, I think.
I don't think it's bad. I mean, it could be a little shorter, maybe.
I think it should be some time where he's not just there. So I feel like watching it, like you will be there for a while.
Speaking of, like, while we're on the menu scene, we do need to fix the menu song. The song that plays, there's like a weird gap in between in the
I
loop.
noticed that. I noticed that when we actually submitted it originally.
Yeah, we haven't. We
the
haven't
other song.
resolved
I
that.
edited it. I actually edited it a little bit to clip it down, like inside of freaking Audacity,
Uh-huh.
because they make it loop perfectly or as close as possible to perfectly. Because I zoomed into like fucking milliseconds on it to like make sure it was cut off at the right spot. The other one I just slapped in as is because we didn't have time at the time.
We should go on and update. We should go on and update the menu
Okay. Do
scene.
you have the updated art somewhere saved, ready to go?
I do. Yeah, it's also in the drive.
Okay. Is it like ready to go? You think? I mean, you are again.
Uh,
We're gonna iterate on it, I'm sure.
most of the way. It's definitely like,
An improvement.
well, yeah, like I don't have anything in the moment planned that I'm gonna change to it.
Okay.
Like I'm sure we'll change it here and there, but for right now, that's the final iteration. Um, and we kind of need it in scene so we can like while we're testing other things,
See
we
what it
can
looks like.
see what it looks like, feel it out, and if we notice anything. But I really like the guard walking across. I think he's a good height.
Yeah, for sure.
He's a good size,
The
and
speed matches feet animation well enough because scaled up it might look a little bit off. I think it looks fine still. It's fine.
well,
2 frames, right?
here's the other thing though. I don't have a background in art at all. The Squire is one of the first things I made.
It is.
Is like I think he was the first thing I made in pixel art, like in like 4 years, and even 4 years ago I didn't really do anything at all. Um,
Was he?
so
Him and the original old man tavern guy were your first two things.
yeah,
Weren't
yeah. So like made this guy no art experience at all. The first day of a game jam.
It's still one of the best pieces of art in this game. Honestly, I love it.
I really like the way he looks. I like the feather. I like how snooty he looks and I like how he walks. Like his leg animation's a little
It's
weird.
supposed to look goofy, honestly.
His leg animate his like leg they're a
It's
little
not
weird.
perfect.
But it's
But
not
it's good.
supposed to be perfect.
All right,
That's the
that'd be
thing.
perfect.
And if I were to remake him at this size, he could be so much more detailed, but I kind of don't want him to be.
Right.
It's cool that he's the same version that he is in the game, but bigger.
Right. It's scaled up 6 times, I think, from the default. I didn't. Yeah, I was scaled. Right.
He scaled 6 times.
Yeah, 6 times of what? 6 times scale of what they are in the scene. Normally.
Hmm.
I think the player's at 5, or the player's at 4 or 5 in this view. But
Let
it's part of
me
the background.
let me take it off your
Yeah.
screen because
I'll go grab that art.
yeah, I'll put it back on your screen once we have that art. And then I'll probably clip like the working on the Squire thing.
Yeah.
Into a video, and then I'll put like this next bit where it's like all together. There's like a final iteration thing.
Where did the background go? The new one. UI?
It should be.
No.
No? Hold on.
Maybe somewhere else. I don't know. Our photos are kind of.
It should be in Tavern Art UI. Let me. I don't see it, though.
Oh, it would be about Art UI and Art Tavern UI.
Yeah.
That's fine. We'll adjust it again. Again, we'll organize more later. We don't need to. Wait a second. Tavern Art UI.
I'm gonna export this.
Wait, no, he's not in there. That's not in there.
I'm getting it for you right now.
Cool. It's funny that like game dev, like any kind of dev or any kind of IT stuff, it's always like figuring out where files are. Pretty much, that's half the how the organize and name things, right? Doesn't matter scale of project, they all have the same problem.
Okay, now it's in UI now. That's the updated menu.
Main menu.
Let me know when I can switch it back over to your screen.
I don't see it yet. Google Drive's slow to update the offline version sometimes. Let me grab on the site real quick.
Wait, can I just... There's no way to rotate it the way that I want. Because you're just not going to see that. You wouldn't see it the same. Okay, so we'll just have to hand draw it again, which is fine. So now we're going to do the opposite 45. Um,
Oh yeah, it's in. By the way,
oh, it's in? Okay, I'll switch over to your screen again.
we'll run it again. Here, cool. So I'm gonna run it here and see it like in. See, that looks pretty good.
Okay, so the main menu's coming together now. We got the updated menu art in there, which still needs a tiny bit of work here and there. Got the squire going across. His cone of vision is gone. He comes in front of the barrel, flips randomly. Sometimes he'll flip, sometimes he doesn't. On a set interval, and then he'll walk back off the screen when he doesn't find the plague doctor. And I think that's really good because it gives you an idea of like the game in like concept.
Right.
I still feel like the building on the left is too plain. Now that we're adding like more detail.
Yeah, the building on the left, we need some details, like some simple details, like I don't know, a window, like a door, window, like that. That's the tavern, maybe. I don't know.
I picture it not being the tavern.
Right. The tavern's kind of like to the left.
The tavern is to the left, off camera, and those are just like two buildings that are in the
That could be
background.
like the tavern, like who knows? How it extends around, maybe. It's hard to say the perspective, but this looks really good. I like the alley. I like how it fades out to the background there. Like the detail kind of like fades out. That looks really good.
The dark blue looks way better than the light blue.
It does. Even though it's funny that our little icon has like the light art still. You might keep it like that just because why not? We might change it.
I like it in the icon because there's more contrast.
Oh, for sure.
Like if we were to do
thing in the picture.
If we were to do the plague doctor's head on this background, it's not going to stand out nearly as much.
Makes sense.
The light blue is like eye catching.
Right.
Which is really good.
So this looks really good. The right building, of course, doesn't need to be detailed because we have a menu on it anyways.
Yeah.
The torch looks really good that we had it last session. That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I think the stones at the bottom could use a little more maybe shading work at some point, but it looks a lot better. It's a huge improvement for sure. I love it. Look at that guy. He's just like
look at the squire.
This guy. My other thought was that what if we make the plague doctor an engine thing too, and have him animate and like turn flip around occasionally or something like that. I don't know.
We could.
It's not a big deal.
We could have him do something in the background.
Like, I kind of like the idea of him like at least having like a simple like he flips around or add the little bubble into the game into this thing where he's like a little sweat bubble or something after you. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think like the the little anime like woo.
No, I know what you're saying.
Or on the bubble over his head, a little like a some kind of like scared thing or I don't know. Just random thoughts.
You know what we thought about what we talked about doing in person that we forgot for this meeting?
No.
Font.
Oh.
We were gonna look at fonts together.
Right. That's not fun. That's like a fun. It's probably a good off stream thing. Maybe I don't know. Who cares, right? It can be on stream, but
well, we can do it. We can do it off stream.
I feel like it's boring. like watch though, right? That's me. That's my opinion.
It's about the process. It's
It is
about
about the
cataloging the
process.
process. And some parts of the process is boring.
I mean, yeah. Some parts of it is rewriting logic that you thought was good, and now you found the bug in it.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's part of the process.
Yeah, I think its title screen looks pretty solid. Like this is gonna be good. The title screen for the next.
This is super solid. Yeah. Well, yeah, so I'm gonna clip this into a video. Um, give us your thoughts on this title screen. Ideas for details for this like left building. If we do add anything, we want it to be pretty subtle because the floor is kind of busy now. And we've got the guy walking across and stuff, so we don't want it to be super, super busy and super detailed. But any feedback is awesome. And by the time this video goes live, we should have the Steam post.
We should, as long as we get the rest of the art assets done.
Yeah.
We got almost all of it done. There's like literally 2 things up on the big checklist that has to be done.
So I'm going to, by the time this is live, I'm gonna hold out until we have it live. So if you see this video, you can wishlist our game. It's the Forbidden Flask on Steam, and there will be a link in the description down below. And if you want to watch more dev content, us building the game, leave feedback, you can join the Discord and help us, play test. We could use all the support we can get. So thanks, sub to the channel, and I'll see you next time. And then that's where I'll cut it. But this will be in the full version.
Yeah, it's always funny. It's like we're live, but we're doing like you're doing content intended to be cut up as well, of course.
Yeah,
It makes sense. It's way more productive than separately say recording just for right.
well, I don't want to like get in front of my camera while I'm editing it and then shoot like an ending for a
But you
video.
have to, right? Yeah. And if you have to go back occasionally, because add
Also,
steps.
side note, while I was looking up pixel chest animation, is this Joe Rogan? Is this Joe Rogan? Not saying anything good or bad. I'm just literally just a question. I think he's a decent guy most of the time. Sometimes, most of the time, sometimes.
Sometimes.
What's the least controversial thing I can say? If you say you like him, a bunch of people think bad of you. If you say that you don't like him, a bunch of other people get mad at you.
Better to say nothing.
So I'm gonna say the truth, which is I am fairly neutral. We'll stick with the facts. He's a bald, muscly man, and he has a
You're
podcast, and those are just the facts. I'm not saying if I like it or not. I like some shorts. I never watch his podcast, but I have come across like 2 shorts where he's like interviewed comedians and stuff, and I thought they were funny.
I don't care what. Like,
But that's
names.
that's less of him and more about the guest.
Right.
I like there's a couple people he's had on that I'm a big fan of, comedian wise, and there was like a couple of historians too. Some big like it's like science researcher type dudes. I like listening to those guys too.
That's like the memes.
The memes are
Come
also
from
very
it.
good. But yeah. I don't think it needs to be this far back. I think it needs to be like here. Perhaps. God, it's so weird drawing like from this perspective, man. It's killing my Brian. Definitely like this kind of vibe. And then we'll fill this in here. A little bit more. A little more silver here. See, like it's getting super square. Is something that I'm trying to like not let happen. But it's just like the nature of the beast. It gets like one thin at the beginning here. I think we can. It needs to be a little taller too. Man, I'm really screwing this up. Actually, wait. That's kind of tight. Is it the same size, roughly? The answer is no. Let's do... Actually, this is okay. And then this is going to be a tad different because it's going to be the inside of the chest now. So we're going to extend it out this way. Two, two, two. And then this will probably be this darker brown on the inside. Oh my god, it's like, look, it's fully disconnected, Rob. Dude, it's unhinged. It's off the hinge, Rob. What? Oh my god, what? It's
Off the hinge.
it's literally unhinged.
Chest of hinges, but
Yeah, it's you open it up, the lid falls off, and all that's inside is a bunch of hinges.
you got a freaking wish chest of sword gold in.
Yeah, this chest is from Temu.
Temu piggy bank.
The Temu piggy bank. I mean, really, what's the perspective on this? Hold on. Let's see. Pixel chest opening. We want opening from the side. It needs to be.
The game.
It needs to be more straight across here. We're gonna bump this up. Okay. So let's go back here. We're definitely doing dark gray and the darker brown color. But this needs to be more like this. And then we'll fill. So for the front here, this is literally just going to be exactly what we had, but inverted. This layer is deleted though. Let me go down. Because the hinge is like here. And then this is gone. And you should be able to see kind of the top of the chest here, which gets a little confusing in this view. Um, this is under the lid, so it's going to be darker. Okay, the second frame looks off. Hmm. Maybe because the inside's not drawn? We can fix that though. It's going to mostly be this color. In reality, there's like a hinge here though, across the whole back. Or something. Like this needs to be. It's such a weird perspective, and this frame is only going to happen for like 0.2 seconds. So it doesn't have to look good like this. It has to look good in the animation. I think. Hmm. This definitely needs to be less over here. But maybe there's gold in here. Should there be gold in this stage, Rob?
I mean, you would see some stuff in there, I guess, right?
What are other gym colors? Just like the different reds. Couple blues in there.
Probably a darker blue, not the lighter blue, I would think. Like, maybe both. So that'd be like diamonds, be lighter blue, right? Probably. That's what diamonds actually are, but you know. Different games.
So we go to playback here. But this needs to stay. The pile of gold has to stay. We're gonna copy this, paste, and then fix the holes. Go back to brown. And we should paste here as well. Okay, thoughts, Rob? So we got like closed. We have like where you getting like a peek of the gold right here.
Right.
And then you see like the inside of the chest, so it's the dark brown we didn't use
Right.
in the outside here. And then when it's all the way open, it's the exact same
Got it.
side here, but flipped. And it's split, so like instead of being too thick, it's only one thick.
So to
Because
go
it
probably a little
splits in the
more,
middle of the
like, should
metal.
the first frame not show it all, and then every other frame after that show all of it. Like, should there be more gold that you can't see on the first cracked open one, so it gets a taller pile? I don't know. I feel like there's been more gold in the chest. Is what I'm saying. The animation looks good though, like for sure. The lid opening looks really good. I like that.
See? I don't think it looks bad. I'm still iffy on like... I'm still really iffy on the second frame here. But I don't think like... I mean like... I don't know how else you would do it. Like from this perspective. Because we tried this straight across and it didn't look as good.
Right.
What are you doing?
So just playing around with this border on the at the bottom. This is a bit at this point, but like it's like a paper look.
Oh wait, that's super cool. Hold on.
It's not exactly right, but
Can I show it?
yeah, of course.
Okay.
Work in progress for sure. The button will have to be redone. If we keep the button there for the settings.
Where's our Discord screen share? It's not showing.
There it is.
No, it's not showing on in my Streamlabs.
Huh.
That's fine though. I'll just do. There it is. Okay.
Working in the rough, but it's distorting a little bit because it's not exactly perfect palatable. I mean, it is. The edges don't quite.
Oh yeah,
It's kind of blurry. At the
it is
bottom.
pretty.
I don't know how it's blurry.
It's blurry at the top too.
Yeah, the edges are blurry. There's a. I know why. I have to fix it. It's like the way it's scaling it.
So
But I was going for like.
I like the idea though.
Yeah.
Like it looks like an old piece of parchment.
It shouldn't. It's a little too. If I can fix it being blurry, it would get a better look. But it's
It kind of hurts my eyes.
Yeah, mine too. Because it's blurry.
Yeah. It's distorted.
It's being.
But it's a good idea though.
It's being stretched wrong. Non-patches are weird sometimes.
It is a good idea though.
Was that line at the bottom of the screen before? That white line across the bottom? I don't think it was.
No. I'm gonna do the outro for the chest video real quick.
Sure.
Lock the webcam back at the bottom. And then back over here. All right, guys. So, well, hold on. Let me pull this back
Pull
up.
your chest.
All right, guys. So, this is the 32 by 32. How the hell? What happened here? Okay. So, so this is the end product right now. We'll definitely make some changes to this, but just for like, this one meeting that me and Rob have had, this is just what I've whipped up here. So we've got a 32 by 32 pixel chest with an animation. So the front one here this is closed, and then we've got it kind of opening slightly. You can see like some gold in here. And then opening like another 30 degrees. And then this is it being all the way open. So these two frames right here, 2 and 3, these are like a little odd looking because it's kind of like flat across the top. Looks like your standard like pixel art chest or something. 1 and 4. See how it's like perfectly flat and looks good. And then 2 and 3 are very like rigid and sharp kind of corners. And I'm not like a pro at animation or anything, but these two frames here are just for movement. So it's just getting from 1 to 4. So most of the time you'll either be on 1 or 4. Like if the chest is all the way open or the chest is closed. These two frames here are just transition. So you're only going to see this for like literally a second. And it just has to look like, the middle part of something. So we're also looking at like this size. It's not going to be blown up huge. It's going to be about this big maybe on your end screen. Flip open, drop the gold in for the day, and then it slams shut. So this is the animation as a whole here. I do think this second frame might need to come down a little bit. The angle on it might need to come down. Cause see how it kind of like jumps up? Like it looks like the back left hinge is like not on. But also it's a perspective thing here. Like where you can see the front and the side and they're both flat. The perspective is just super weird. But this is what we have so far. I would appreciate any feedback in the comments down below. Please give us a sub. We stream our game dev meetings live. We have the Forbidden Flask coming out on Steam. That's what this art's for. So if you want to check that out, you can click the link down below. By the time this video comes out, you will be able to wishlist that. And if you want to see any of our other content, whether it be like the process of us developing things or like behind the scenes stuff, that'll all be on the YouTube channel. So thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Peace. Cool. I'll use the second one. I feel like that wasn't a great outro. Maybe I should redo it.
The wheel as in.
So the chest isn't perfect. It's most of the way for where I want it. 1 and 4 are definitely good. I think these middle frames here, I might just adjust the angle a little bit, like I was saying. But this is it for now. So this is what we're running with for now. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm going to use that one. Cool.
Okay, so I had something. kind of cooking here with this, but I know what I did, and it's actually scaling properly. It's just held that many times back to back. It just looks like ass. That's the problem.
Hmm.
So I go more for a different, like not quite the same. Where does it abruptly change like that, right?
Yeah.
Potentially not like perfect either. Eraser.
I'm gonna save this. Uh, it might need to just be like a custom art thing where it's like tiled.
I made an adjustment here,
Mm-hmm.
but I make it a little better, but not. It's still too busy.
Yeah.
It needs to be more like if you do like a stretch preview here instead of tiling it, like that does it. Well, actually, it's not.
It needs to be somewhere in between those two.
Yeah. It's my outfit because it's like using a 9 patch, which still lets you do like a whole. It's towelable, but keeps the edges exactly how you want them.
Mm-hmm.
But it towels the. You can do towel or stretch across the sides of it though, and like it being disproportionately like it is. If you stretch, it looks way too busy on the sides and way not enough on top. So you can't. Yeah, it's going to be super drawn. It isn't a big deal. I can just do that real quick. I mean, we have that. It's the same file. It's just you make it wide and draw the lines different. Yeah, I think it looks. I think it needs improvement, but I think having parchment paper there, I think is a good look. I think it is more brown though. It is more brown on this Tyrosine. It's got so much brown. It's the only thing, the only negative I think.
Why is Jordan not able to view audit? I'm confused. She's not in here. Let me see. Permissions. Well, that's why.
Oh,
Thane isn't on here.
oh, that's interesting. Discord permissions are down.
Discord permissions are weird. Okay, cool. Awesome. So that's fixed. Let's you ready to wrap up soon? Is there anything else you want to do? Do you want to close stream and just look at some fonts? Or we look at fonts on stream, or we can call it a night. What are you feeling?
Probably ready to wrap up. Probably.
Okay. Yeah, it is like
We
11:15.
didn't get started till late.
Yeah. We got some good stuff done though.
We did
Got the
visual stuff. Going
menu details, some more menu details done.
Yeah, that's
Got the dude walking across. Got the menu implemented. We got a basic chest animation, 16-bit and 32. Well, only 32 is animated, but
the next, the next thing visual wise will be some probably redoing the end screen. That's probably the big one.
Mm-hmm.
And the end screen will also be what transitions into, of course, the upgrade screen. So it'll kind of go
Yeah.
end of
Which
day, drain your money into the chest, right? That's what it'll show. We want to show like end of day. Here's how much money you made. We'll have it animate and it's like have gold pour into the chest slam shut with your gold, right? And then you go to the next like it'll be like the next morning, and you'll be looking at like the what do you call it? The board in town, right? Like the whatever you would call it.
yeah.
Board. That's the board.
Well,
The
which
forum.
I've already got the art for that done as well.
Yeah.
Which it still it needs a little bit of work probably because I did it in
Probably UI
what's it called?
somewhere. It's like the bulletin board.
It's the wanted board 2.
wanted board. Like a bounty board, but it's not for bounties. Though it could have like a bounty poster on it, like we mentioned, like a couple things, like just for some extra, flair on it, right? Having like a random wanted poster or
Yeah.
we did put the one poster on the placeholder stuff. But yeah, this is where you'll be getting some upgrades in the morning before you start your next. So I guess it'd be in the morning. It doesn't matter.
I would think it'd be at night, like you're placing an order for the next day, like you order your new boots or something.
That would make sense too.
Like you wrap up your day and then you're like, it's like I don't know. I would think you would do it at night, but I guess it doesn't really matter.
All that matters is what color the background is. That's all that changes.
That's
Pretty
true.
much. I was thinking aesthetically because it goes end of day and then it goes to like.
Maybe it should be morning.
It feels like
We can use the blue again. We can use the blue again.
True.
And then I've also got wanted 2, which this has
another placeholder.
some
Not placeholder. I mean that I love. I forgot about the honeypot. That's awesome. I love it.
I know it's so good. So actually, and this like compared to the first wanted board as well, we got like a hammer up here, so like people can. It's like the town hammer,
Yeah.
so you can walk up and you just nail in your thing. You've already got all the supplies, and then we got a little bit of grass here at the bottom coming up. So again,
The honey is like one of my favorite sprites in this game right now.
this isn't the final. This isn't the final like upgrade, but it's pretty damn close. So like you'll finish your day. 3 random upgrades will pop up here. In this instance, we have like the Boots of Hermes, which like cost and name and everything, and even the image really, but I kind of like the image for this one, so it's probably going to stay. Like this would increase the movement speed of your character. The grapes here in the middle, which the name and cost are still pending as well. But this would increase the price that you're able to charge for your wine, so you make more money for your wine. And then the honey one over here is the exact same, but for your mead. So you'd be able to increase the price of your mead, making more money per glass that you hand out. And we got a little wanted poster here because everybody's looking for the plague doctor, of course. And then just to get a quick idea, I'm not going to save this, but if we're looking at daytime.
Yeah, we just put
You're looking at
maybe put like
you're looking at something like this.
it's just making a town square, right? Not probably outside your tavern a little ways. Down
Yeah,
the street,
just like
middle of
like
center.
center of town. Like you got it's like 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning, whatever. Bright and early. And we can maybe add some like hills or something in the back.
Background tentative, right? But yeah,
Background definitely tentative.
I could be first thing in the morning. It's like morning. You're going to prepare. 'Cause your tavern's not open until like midday.
We can do something like
Yeah.
this.
Some hills. Have like
You know,
you can have more building stuff in the background if you wanted to. You could do
Fill this in here.
I feel like it would be a very far background behind that you could see though. I don't know. It gives a good chance to use the greens and the blues that don't get used much in the actual tavern scene.
I like the idea of it being on like a hillside, like right outside your tavern, and like the whole town is kind of like a little bit on this.
Behind you. You're like basically
You're at the edge of town, like your tavern's at like the edge of the town, and this is like just facing like open fields that kind of like outside the kingdom.
You have like some farmland and stuff, some hills, some farmland probably.
Yeah,
a little bit of farm background.
We can go in here and we can add like some little
some wheat fields or something like that, right?
Like way back in the distance, we can add like some little.
A little like land you would see for like the distance of a farm on a hill,
Yeah, exactly. And we can like texture this or whatever. And then we can come in here and we can do like a couple little houses.
Dude, we could do a little stick figure animated farmers like on the farm. That'd be funny.
Oh, that'd be so cool. Wait, that's such a good idea.
We're gonna have a cow. No bias there, but
Like literally like this is huge. This is actually gigantic.
he's kind of gigantic. We have to be smaller than that probably because that's too like. That's funny though.
That's funny, bro. But we've got like a
random thoughts. But yeah, a little couple have some farm buildings.
Little house. What if we have like a little fire here?
A little fence, some cows behind it, or horses or something.
The fire is like literally like it's literally like 2 pixels, maybe like some little smoke, and like this itself is animated, like just switches between orange and yellow.
Something like that.
Like the single pixel.
I like that. I like the idea. It's like random and like maybe not even proportionate. But
it should literally just be these lines. Like these are the people. I mean, they tended to the fields. We got like a little cow.
Precursor to the next game. It's gonna be a farming game. I'm kidding.
There's a cow. There's the cow right there.
A cow or horse shaped animal that you can't tell what it is from here.
We got like a little like picket fence.
Yeah. Save this as a screenshot or something. It's in a video, of course, but right. Let's save it as a screenshot or something so we can use those ideas because I like that.
God damn it. Jesus. But look at that. Like we got our little fence with our cows.
Obviously
we got these little dudes moving around. You got a little fire. That'd be awesome. I would just sit on the upgrade screen and watch them.
I like that. And I have some ideas for this too, of making it like adapt as the game goes on or something.
Oh God! Wait, like there's a city that slowly builds in the background. Like it starts out as a field, and then when you hit day 5, there's like a house, and you hit day 10, and there's 2 houses.
I think that would be like more of like it would progress not each run, but like as you progress your whole game. I feel like it would add more little things that are happening.
Like maybe it's based on tavern upgrades.
Well, and your tavern upgrades, and also like remember you're paying your taxes every day, so that tax money is gonna go somewhere.
You're right, but like I'm thinking like you start the game out and you're in Tavern 1 and maybe it's just a field and it's like one guy. And then
Tavern 2,
it's like Tavern 2, he's got like a small fenced in area with like 1 cow and like 2 people and like a small field.
It's like a fancy make the house like a fancy
and
house.
Then Tavern 3, his house gets bigger. He's got a neighbor now. The fence is larger.
He's got a whole like barn.
Dude, we're literally building a game within a game within a game.
We're gonna make it playable
because
we're gonna make it
on the upgrade screen. You can move one of the tiny 2 black like pixel guys.
This and not even advertise that except for in these videos, right? Like not even nowhere in the game.
This is
mention it.
Yeah, this is the secret game.
Nowhere on Steam or in the games that mention you can do this.
You can't play the actual game without internet, but you can log in and play the background upgrade screen game without internet.
To play this shit, but
yeah, but we could just say that.
No, you have to.
All right, we're not saying that.
This is completely random and off like left field, but like Twitch integration.
Twitch integration? Wait, what? How?
Let the chat spawn guards on you in the tavern. Let the chat help you or hurt you.
I still think we should port to mobile. It's so doable. Everything's big buttons. You would just touch.
That's part of why I kept somewhere like it is because I'm like the setting like you will need the on-screen buttons later even if you don't use them right now. But seems like
there's goobers on PC that still use on-screen buttons though.
True.
I know people who every time they want to do a capital letter, they just turn the caps lock on and off.
Dude, we both talk to people every day to do that. It's called working in IT. Is you encounter users who do all the weird stuff, right?
I had somebody doing that 2 days ago. But yeah, I totally think these guys should just be animated, and over time, like, they build a village. Because it's like the kingdom's expanding. That's so good. Okay.
Broken built-in idle game.
Alright, hold on. We're making a YouTube short real quick. Well, actually, I probably should just cut what we've already talked about.
Either way.
Alright, I'm trying to think of like a script in my head.
Don't advertise this as set in stone stuff because we're just being goofy right now.
Yeah, but we can ask.
We're cooking.
But we can ask the audience if it's a good idea.
We can. Yes. Let's have it evolve and yeah. As we progress.
I'm just gonna off the cuff this real quick. Why are you looking at me like that? I can't do this shit in front of you, dude.
Good.
I got like actors. What is it? What is it?
I don't know. I ain't an actor.
Don't they have to like give the dudes on the adult film sets something because they're like nervous? I don't know what that's called. I'm just doing like.
Also, I like I like the programmer art, right? That we might just leave because why the hell not? It's not important, right? It's little background details that are little tiny things in the background. It can look like that. It looks fine, right?
All right, guys. I want your opinion. So we're making a game in Godot. This is the upgrade screen for that game. So this is one of the scenes within the game, and we were thinking in the background as the game progresses, like you go on this upgrade screen, in the background, it shows like a hill far in the distance. And we've got little dudes animated here on the hillside working like this little wheat field. Maybe we got some animals in a fence or something. And like over time, as you progress through the game, maybe it's a field at first. Then it's like one dude with some like lumber on the ground. Then you like get to halfway through the game and he's got like a house. And then like near the end of the game, it's like a whole little village that's like started off in the distance, right? Is this a good idea? Leave a comment down below. We need your feedback. Did you see where Christian said cowbell what did he say? Cowbell entertainment. He called us cowbell entertainment.
I mean, close enough.
Cowbell entertainment is ridiculous.
Needs more cowbell.
It's ridiculous. Okay, off the cuff, I think that was all right. Cool. Are you ready to wrap up? It's like 11:30.
Yeah.
All right, I'm in stream. I think Jordan's still in here. Maybe there's 2 other people. I don't know if there is. Thanks for watching. This whole VOD will be uploaded to Cowhammer Studios on YouTube. So if you miss a stream, you can go back and watch. We develop things in real time and talk about ideas and work through that workshop. And you can come by in our chat and feel free to like throw out ideas, and who knows, maybe it's a good idea. Maybe we'll take your idea. And you know, or you can give us like live feedback. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Subscribe to Cowhammer Studios. Do it. Also on TikTok and YouTube, and we stream on Twitch twice a week. So also wishlist the Forbidden Flask on Steam. Goodbye, everybody. I think it was pretty good.
Yeah. that.
I'm turning the mic back on for a second. The like you were talking about making a new end scene, which I don't know why the animation stopped. I think it's just in the preview. Anyways, we should make a new end scene, all custom. It has nothing to do with the game. All it is just a hillside with some tiny people moving around on it.
That'd be interesting.
It just says ending, and then it's just little dudes way in the background. I love this idea. This is crazy. This is so cool.
It's always the random things that we're just like working entirely, and we're like, what if we put little dudes in the background?
Well, it needs to be like, I love the idea of like
Little interactive things that are like,
but like the tavern is built at the edge of town because they're doing like illegal things.
right,
Like he doesn't want, like he's not going to run the tavern right next to the keep
where the guards are,
where they do all the like
right next to the
no,
barracks.
it's near the edge of the town. It's the Forbidden Flask. It's got cool bar vibes, and
Not a bad part of town, but it's out there, out on the outskirts part of town.
well, it's not like
Not a great part of town
15
either.
miles away either. It's just
No,
like it's like in the village outside the castle.
Right.
So if you look like from one perspective, you see like the keep and the city in the background, and then you look from the other perspective of this sign, it's like looking away from the kingdom, and you just see like the grass and the plains and stuff.
Right. They're expanding, and as you're expanding, I mean, you're also, everyone's expanding. Everyone's
Yeah.
growing their businesses and
Well, that's the goal.
building
The
new
king
stuff.
wants more
And
land.
The king wants more land. He wants more people making stuff to give him cut of.
Well, maybe if the king legalized potion making, maybe he could get more tax money from his citizens.
He could.
This is like weed in real life. We could have good schools like Colorado. Okay. All right.